Boss, we've had some new job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base.
Touch them too?
No, that, really occurred to me.
You don't know the awesomeness of a puppy's paw pet?
I guess not. But yeah, I bet they would feel nice.
Right?
Thank you. Give us a development order, boss.
This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere.
Boss, we've had some new job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle and added them to the list. Take a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base.
Expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Their people at stake, they have, no matter how hard the there's one Soviet gunships. They're the Soviet, but there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships, which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war.
Members of the intel team are on the ground. Their reports will be reflected as predicted enemy fields of movement on your iDroid's map. The higher the team's level, the more accurate and frequent their reports will become. Be sure to take advantage of them.
Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smosy Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men. I had the R&D team analyze the honeybee. How? The CIA wanted it with everything intact. They took it apart to look at it. Then they put it back together. Everything intact. That's the R&D boys, all right. Turns out the honeybee's homing capabilities are a cut above previous manpads. It can detect a broad range of infrared wavelengths and even ultraviolet for supplementary guidance. Hence the name, huh? Right. Honeybees rely on UV light to fly. With this device, flares don't do the target any good. That's why the Soviets are losing so many gunships. And why the CIA was so desperate to get it back. It wasn't just about preventing the Soviets from devising countermeasures. What if the likes of Iran got their hands on it? American aircraft would be put at risk too. We can use this tech to develop our own portable missile. That'll give us a huge advantage. It'll take a little time before the analysis results can be applied to actual implementation. But we'll keep moving with the research. Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they've modeled themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state. Yes. Sooner or later the real UN would have stepped in. So why are they giving these PFs free rein? That's our fault too. What do you mean? What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time...
He's coming too. Roger that.
They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away. But still. I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists. They have a lot of clients. And Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations, and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us. An extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you. The legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time when we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's what... Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us.
You gotta extract him.
Boss, come in. Boss?
Extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Stir them.
Where are your friends?
Слушай, знаешь этого американца, у которого к ногам какая-то механическая ерунда приделана?
Да, это разработчик оружия.
Сейчас он занимается роботами.
Роботами?
Не таким, как марсоходы. Эти намного быстрее человека несли.
Ладно, хорош заливать.
Я дам знать, если еще раз их увижу. До встречи.
Увидимся.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Roger that. Looks like that fall killed him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Капет, это Дмитрий-2. Какого-то бедолагу унесло на воздушном шаре. Возможно, напали лазутчик. Жду указания. Прием! Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи.
Thank you.
Что происходит?
Всем боевым группам! Это КП! Все подразделения! На боевые позиции! Повторяю! Все подразделения! На боевые позиции! КП! КП это Дмитрий! Очень большие потери! Требуется немедленная помощь! Прием! Это КП! Понял! Приказ всем группам! Отправить все резервы на подкрепление! Конец связи! КП, это Дмитрий-2. Потерял визуальный контроль.
Okay, subject is in.
Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение. Конец связи. КП, это Дмитрий-9. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не позволяйте им застать вас врасплох. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием. Штаб, прием. Всем базам, это штаб. Всем базам, усилить безопасность и готовиться к возможному контакту с врагом. Перед связи.
Yeah. Whoa! Whoa!
This contract comes from a rebel guerrilla faction in Afghanistan. They've gotten wind of a rare meeting between 3 Soviet commanders running key units in the region. The location is Viala Village. This information comes from a mole planted within the Soviets' Arab Support Organization. The guerrillas see this as a one-of-a-kind chance to weaken the Soviet forces in one stroke. But if they act themselves, it'll expose the existence of their mole. That's why this job falls to us. The request is simple. Eliminate the 3 pigs, by any means. If these commanders are as good as they say, it'd be a shame to kill them. But I leave that decision up to you.
Yeah.
The 3 Soviet commanders are meeting at Davialo Calais. The mission is to eliminate all 3. How you do it is up to you, boss. Good luck. I've sent the target's anticipated travel routes and the meeting location to your map. Take a look. incoming too. Roger that. That's one of the targets. A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward. I've sent the target's anticipated travel routes to your iDroid. You could strike at them individually before they meet up. Subject on board.
Кафе, это свой один. Одного из наших унесло на воздушном шаре. Кажется, у нас лазутчик. Не заняться его поисками? Прием! Это кафе, понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите ухо востро. Конец связи.
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
That's one of the targets.
Что ж, что такое? Солдат упал!
First target extracted. Good. Now for the other two.
Это КП! Все подразделения на боевые позиции! Повторяю, все подразделения на боевые позиции! Копайтесь, Дмитрий-9! Потерял противника из вида! Ищу последние точки соприкосновения! Прием! Это КП, понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи. Копайтесь, Дмитрий-9! Противник ушел из виду! Собираемся обыскать местность! Прием! Это КП, понял. Не позволяйте им застать вас врасплох. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. Возродился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Штаб, это КП. Ответьте. Штаб, ответьте, штаб! Штаб, это КП! Штаб, прием!
Найди его! Двигайтесь! Понял? Найди его! Двигайтесь!
That's the predicted route the targets will take. Where to ambush them is up to you.
Никаких признаков врага! Отзываем поиск! Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи. Объявляю тревогу!
target is somewhere in that area. Find him. Dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward.
Snake! Talk to me! Snake!
You've eliminated 2 of the 3 Soviet commanders. Only 1 remaining. Be careful. Target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss. Your objective's complete. Get yourself out of the hot zone. By chopper or by land. It's your choice. Don't hang around. What? You're going back? Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Mission complete. I guess it all worked out in the end. Ocelot got the details of the meeting out of that commander. It seems you've been doing your job just a little too well, boss. The Soviets have begun reinforcing the 40th Army's units in Afghanistan, sending in more men and new equipment. While things haven't exactly been easy for us up till now, they're about to get even tougher. More staff from each of the teams are active in the area of operations now. That means some will be wounded, get sick, or suffer PTSD. That's where the medical team comes in. I've taken the liberty of commissioning the construction of a new medical platform. Having proper medical facilities for the men is a matter of life or death, so I put up the resources this time around. You can check on the platform's progress by selecting Base Facilities under the iDroid's Mother Base menu.